All right, has this pullback bottomed? Do you think Bitcoin and Ethereum has bottomed? If so, what coins do you think we should get in on the dip, buy the dip on? All right, let's have a look at a couple of coins today, which I think are very much related to the big narrative, and that is basically the Stable Coin Act, right? Genius Act. That is going to be huge. Like Trump estimates something like up to $2 trillion are coming into stable coins. I think at least something like close to $1 trillion is possible. And also the US legislations, which are very good for DeFi as well. A number of coins could benefit. I'm going to look at one or two of them today. Before we do that, let's have a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. Bitcoin right now is actually just traveling inside this bull flag. If it is doing that, then that's a very good sign, because what we don't want to see is for Bitcoin to pull back more. What we don't want to see is for Bitcoin to basically like drop and retest this 110, 111K area, right? Retest. We don't want to see that. Now, I had drawn this bull flag. A lot of folks probably saw it on my charts or if in my Discord before this drop down here, right? And from this, we kind of predicted that it would bounce off this 114K area, right? If you think I'm claiming credit for this, that's not the important part. The important part is if Bitcoin is respecting this channel, if it's hitting the top and pulling back, hitting the bottom of this bull flag and bouncing up, then that means it's forming a bull flag and going sideways. Then in that case, I don't think we're going to go down and hit 110, 109K, if provided we keep on respecting the boundaries of this channel, and won't be before long before we pop up and try to go for 130K for the next leg up. So usually the reason why I say it shouldn't take long is because my assumption is that we're near the blow off top part of the cycle. In the blow off top of this cycle, usually pullbacks don't last longer than 2 or 3 weeks. So in this week coming up, in early August, we could actually see the next weekly candle, a breakout, at most 1 to 3 weeks of consolidating, and fourth right candle would be a second week of August breakout upwards. Yeah, so and Ethereum's staying very strong. So look, the very interesting thing here is this. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance looking good, looking good. So here is the we can all see how important this trend line is, right? This trend line, and basically we've broken down. We don't want it to sneak back up again. We want it to break down here. Oh, it's getting rejected on the weekly close, where we're basically like 36 hours away from the weekly close. We wanted to close below 61.4%. Yeah, below 61.4. So I do like where this chart is going. We want to see this breakdown here, right? Not another leg up. We don't want a repeat of this kind of episode. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at the coin that I was talking about, the altcoin, which is all about stable coins. We all know how large the stable coin legislation is going to be. Genius Act, a lot of money is coming to crypto, or at least to stable coins part of crypto. Which stablecoin am I talking about? Before we get onto that question, first answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that's non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means even the exchange can't tell who you are. That means the IRS can't see you. The tax office can't see you. FBI, CIA, nobody can see you. So I made this deal with them basically to get 20% bonus for every dollar you deposit. Deposit $100, get 20 USDT futures bonus. Deposit $1,000, get $200 futures bonus, right? And win up to $18,000, right? Chance to win up to $18,000 just by trading just by hitting a trading volume. Okay, now this deal finishes on 12th of August, so limited time only. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then the link is in the description below. But if you're watching on any other platform, that's okay. Just click on my profile, and here is the Stan link or the link tree, my link tree, and it should be the first deal. We click on that. Should be the first deal that pops up. Okay, let's get back to the markets. And remember, folks, this is only on the Pablo Heman link. So the coin that I've been eyeing during this dip in crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum is this coin called Ethena. It's very much known for its stable coins, and right now, in order for basically, you know how Wall Street hates crypto and they hate stable coins because it takes away the power of the Federal Reserve, and it takes away their banking system. If everyone can just bank on their phone and basically just send each other money via these transfers on the phone, so they don't want that. But how come they all pivoted? It's because US really has a lot of treasury debt problem, and in order to get people to buy the treasury debt, because China, Saudi Arabia, Japan are not really buying much. In fact, they're selling. So then they basically passed this Genius Act. Trump passed this Genius Act, and that is mainly to get people to use stable coins. And when you use stablecoin usually are backed 1-to-1 with a U.S. Treasury bill. So therefore, you kind of have to buy Treasury bills. So that's why this is a huge deal. Now there's legal framework. Now U.S. government is encouraging stablecoins. So then we're going to see a lot of adoption. Now this Ethena, I've had my eye on it for a long time. When it debuted, it went up to $1.5. And now it pulled back. Look at this. This is the thing about crypto. And this is a good project. Imagine, this is not even a bad project. 0.21. So down 87%. Pop back up to $1.30. Back down to 22 cents. It's basically just a roller coaster ride. Up like 7x, down 85%, and now we're on the way up again. So what does NA do? Now, people know that I've been bullish on this entire stablecoin narrative. That's a pretty obvious one. You don't need to be a genius to figure that one out. Ethena issues and has been issuing its own stablecoin. They call it USDE, E as in Ethena. Before we go on, I just need to explain. So price is down a lot, but the market cap of Ethena has actually gone up. I know it's counterintuitive. Let me explain it. The way it works is like this. Ethena, basically ENA, has the reason why it's gone down this much is because it has issued a lot of coins. It has a very high emission rate. It's backed by venture capitalists, backed by VCs, and it's basically been just unlocking a lot of coins. That's why a lot of coins gets dumped onto the market. That's why there's a lot of selling pressure. Even though price is much lower than $1.50 right now, but market cap, the overall market cap of this coin has actually gone up from $2 billion to $3.5 billion. It's gone up like 75%, yet its price is down like even right now, it's down like 60%, right? 60 to 65%. Yeah, so ENA is a large cap. Like I've been saying, its market cap's gone from 2 billion to up to 3.5, 3.6 billion now. And even though the price has gone down, that's because a lot more coins are getting unlocked. Also, its FDV is already at 8.5 billion. So, this would need to make a tremendous run, but there's a chance it can do that. It's already number 32 ranked coin out there. What are the chances it can make like a 5x to 40 billion, or even 10x to 8 or 9 billion in FDV? 10x would take it to 36 billion. That's still doable for market cap. So look, let's find out the reason why I'm so bullish on ENA. Okay, the reason why is because it offers an yield. Oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these videos. For any of these coins that I'm talking about today. Not sponsored, not sponsored. Legally declare I'm not sponsored. I've just done a lot of research because this is the leader in the whole the stablecoin narrative right now, which is red hot, and even Wall Street's jumping in on the action. And the only drawback I would say is large FDV, and it's not even 50% unlocked yet, so there's more VC unlocks coming. But there's a lot of demand for ENA. The reason why is because their USDE coin has already been issued at over $7 billion, right? There's $7 billion of their USDE stablecoins out there, and they offer a yield of 10 to 12%, right? That's crazy, because if you think about it, USDT, and even the US Treasury yield is something like 4.25%. So when you put US dollars into US Treasury bills, you get 4.25%. But for people who want to take the risk to buy these USDE stablecoins and put it into a staking program by Ethena, then they get 10 to 12%. How is that possible? Well, that's because Ethena is actually not backed by US Treasury bills. They're backed by what's so-called a delta neutral dynamic hedging, or it's a synthetic coin. It's a synthetic coin. What does that mean? That means they don't use US Treasury bills to back their coin. What they use is they basically go short. They back themselves with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you say, well, that's so volatile. What if Bitcoin and Ethereum goes down? But at the same time, they short Bitcoin and Ethereum. So then if Bitcoin and Ethereum goes down, the shorts pay a lot of money. So that equates the loss of the Bitcoin and Ethereum. So eventually they can still be stabilized at 1-to-1 to the US dollar. Now, here's the thing. By shorting, that's how they make their money. When they short, you see how these funding rates, right? Like in these funding rates, there's a lot of longs here. When it's red hot like this, right, 0.03, that means there are a lot of longs. If a lot of people are longing, then not many people are shorting. So if you were to short, then longs pay the trade. Longs will pay 0.03, right, every hour or every 4 hours, depending on the exchange. And it's the shorts who earn that yield. And imagine being, fully hedged, delta neutral, and earning that yield of 0.03 every hour or every couple of hours for the whole year, right? That adds up to a lot, like something like 10 to 12%. And so therefore, ENA has been doing well because it's got a lot of a very high yield, so it attracts a lot of people to buy their stablecoin and stake it. And here's the thing. And because that bullish news, they then started their own treasury company. So they've got a company called StableX, like Stablecoin X, that is going to buy $360 million worth of ENA, about 8% of the Ethena supply, for their treasury company. Again, the word treasury company. It's like if you have MicroStrategy's treasury company for Bitcoin, MetaPlanet is a treasury company for Bitcoin, and SBET or BMNR, those are treasury companies for Ethereum. Now for Ethena, this company called Stablecoin X is going to be accumulating about 360 million, or 8% of the total supply of Ethena. And they're going to list on the NASDAQ exchange under the ticker symbol USDE. So apparently, that's very bullish. And also, from what I've read, I'm just reading some legal opinion from lawyers. From what I've read, Ethena is actually now the first coin to qualify in the to operate inside the United States under the new legal framework of what's it called the Genius Act, which is a surprise to me because Genius Act usually encourages you to hold money market or treasury bills to offset to make sure you're pegged 1-to-1. This ENA only holds Bitcoin and ETH, and it shorts in the futures to dynamically hedge. So I'm not sure how that's possible, but a lot of lawyers are saying this is the first to get the license to fully qualify as a stablecoin to operate inside the United States under the Genius Act. And Circle, I'm sure, is coming next. Even USDT is not qualified because USDT doesn't disclose what assets they're holding. Everyone's been criticizing them about that. So ENA certainly looks good. The only thing I would fault ENA is that the market cap, and it's got a lot more unlocks coming because the FDV is a lot higher than the market cap, and FDV is also quite high. So it doesn't have the ability to do like a 30, 40x run, but 10x is still possible. Now, I thought I was going to have more time to talk about another DeFi coin that's heavily into stable coins, but that's going to take another like 20 minutes because these are complicated operations on how they hedge, how they earn their investors' yield. It's kind of complicated, so it's going to take a long explanation. I'll make that for my next video. As we can see, these RWAs, real world assets, tokenization, DeFi, and stable coins, they kind of go hand in hand, and that's a big narrative that's coming. So I'll talk about one or two more coins in my next video as well, certainly in the next week or so. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys. Catch you next episode.